do on the show, we like to pat ourselves on the back. That's something we do when we're able to get it right. We like to celebrate when you get a take right. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to celebrate me getting a take right, because of course I wish Alex was here. I would have gloated in his face, but okay, I'll gloat to him next week. But I was trying to say that even though it was a second round pick and it wasn't really that late in the draft, Jonathan Taylor was still the steal of the draft. Again, 41st overall pick in 2020. I believe it's a second running back off the boards, or third running back off the boards. In front of him was DeAndre Swift and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And just Jonathan Taylor is looking like the best player from that draft, period. Now, he's going to be continuing with guys like Mekhi Becton, who's been amazing. He's going to be continuing with guys like, of course, the quarterbacks in Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow. But, man, Jonathan Taylor is freaking ridiculous, and he is one of the winners of this week. Of course, if you run, or if you get over 200 yards in total yardage, if you score 5 touchdowns, especially against one of the best defenses in the league, you are going to be a winner of that week. And I'll throw myself in here as well as one of the winners, because, man, I was so right about Jonathan Taylor. A lot of people trying to say that he was going to have his sophomore slump preseason. I was super hot on him. I still am now, and it feels good to be right about that. I am going to hang my hat on that. Alex got to celebrate his Chase Young take last week. Of course, if you haven't heard that one, go on over to our YouTube and look at the Chase Young video that was posted a week or two ago. He was right about that. I get to be right about this one. Jonathan Taylor, have a freaking day, my man. And let's stick with the running game, because the next winner I'm going to talk about is the Eagles' rushing game. Because, I mean, they'll be a part of a conversation a little bit later talking about maybe which NFC team can barely make things in, or I just had to talk about them now, to be honest, because this Eagles rushing attack, if they were to make the playoffs, the 6 seed's still open. Hell, technically the 5, I don't think they'll be able to get that. But the 6 and 7 seeds are open. And the Eagles have a legitimate chance of getting into the playoffs, and they have a legitimate chance of getting into the playoffs because of their damn good rushing attack. They're averaging over 150 yards a game. It's been even crazier the last couple of weeks. Of course, they disgraced the Broncos' run defense a couple weeks ago, and then they go and run all over the New Orleans Saints. They rush for 242 yards against the Saints, and that also accounted for 3 of their touchdowns. Almost 250 yards and 3 touchdowns just on the ground. That's ridiculous. A lot of that's from Jalen Hurts, who's a phenomenal runner. I mean, it's from Miles Sanders. They're good. That Eagles offensive line and that rushing attempt is good. In fact, it's one of the best in the leagues. I was not expecting that. I will admit, was not expecting the Eagles to have this damn good of a run game, but here we are. They look fantastic.